welcome to Bear Insomnia. Make sure you subscribe right now. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share the video. And please leave a comment below. And if you want a spiritual consultation, if you want a spiritual outline where I take you on your journey from A to Z, or if you want a decoding of any kind, from a dream decoding to a decoding of anything that's going on in your life, you make sure that you email me, bearinsomnia@gmail.com, and make sure you follow me on Instagram at HDDNWRK, which means hidden work. Everything is in the description. So today I'll be talking about this new occult series that is coming on HBO, and you'll also be able to watch this show online on any free streaming service or whatever. It's called Lovecraft Country. The Lovecraft Country, obviously based on some of H.P. Lovecraft's work. If you're not familiar with H.P. Lovecraft, he is pretty much a horror author that talks about the Necronomicon pantheon. Some of you may be familiar with that as well. The Necronomicon pantheon, Shub-Niggurath, Nilthor-Hotep, Cthulhu, very well known. Cthulhu is actually the Osiris form. Is actually the Osiris of that pantheon. He's a form of Osiris in the Necronomicon. And Nilthor-Hotep is a representation of the black man in the Necronomicon pantheon. You understand? They call them the Great Old Ones. You've heard Bobby talk about it, even Panic. So that's just some deities of that pantheon. It's multiple. But this show, Lovecraft Country, it premieres August 16th at 9 p.m. and it's very occult. It's really about this dude, this black guy, who goes into this it's based in 1950s Jim Crow era. So this is black guy, him and his uncle, and they're going to this all-white town to search for his missing father. You understand? So it's pretty much your typical, black person going into a very segregated white area trying to look for his missing father that he hasn't seen. And it's a horror show. It's a horror show because Lovecraft is mostly horror. H.P. Lovecraft is actually the father of horror. Anyone from Rob Zombie to Stephen King worship this guy. You know what I'm saying? And he was racist. And a lot of the authors of some of these occult books are very racist. But that's only to draw you away from your own science anyway. But those shits are very key, no matter if they're racist or not. But Lovecraft, yeah, racist as hell, but he had some keys in his book, and that Necronomicon pantheon that was channeled is in there. But yeah, this show is a horror show, and this black man is searching for his missing father in this show, and they encounter monsters. These monsters are the Necronomicon deities. On the cover of the show, you see Cthulhu's tentacles wrapped around this guy with his girl. So it's telling you straight up, because again, that's the Osiris. That is a form of Osiris. Cthulhu is the Osiris of that Necronomicon pantheon, So yeah, I'm just trying to inform y'all to get on that show, mark your calendars on your phones, whatever you got to do, reminders. Get on that, because that's some high level shit right there. And I know it's going to be a great show. As soon as I seen it, I got excited. I was like, oh, Cthulhu, is that you, nigga? I see you, dog. I see you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, make sure y'all tune in for that, And if you ain't familiar with the Necronomicon pantheon, look that up. Make sure you search and look that up. Those are the outer gods. Those are the great old ones. Make sure you do some research on them. Those are a more newer deities that have arrived on this plane, and their energy is definitely here. They're destructive, very chaotic, but that's us. That's us right there. You know what I'm saying? And those deities, the descriptions of them are representations of us. So when you see them, they may look crazy, may look alien-like. Those are the real aliens. I'm gonna be honest with you, those are the real aliens. Those are the real deal, out of this world creatures. You understand? And H.P. Lovecraft used those deities in stories, you know? And that's where a lot of horror characters were developed from. The H.P. Lovecraft shit. The Necronomicon, Predator, Alien, all that. Freddy, Jason, you name it. It's coming straight from that. You understand? They're pretty much like smaller versions of, you know, deities from that pantheon just being put on film for thrill and horror. You understand? But in horror films, what they're talking about is us, because we are those monsters. We are those killers. We are those monsters. That's us. That's our energy being represented in film. You understand? Because to someone who is not from our bloodline, who does not have a soul, we are in their nightmares. Our energy is in their nightmares. The vampire, the boogeyman chase, that's us. That's us. That's our energy that is in their nightmares, and they play out in film. They put it in their films because they're talking about shit they seen in like dreams and shit, when it's really us, because they still have melanin no matter what, because this shit does not exist without melanin. So they still have some melanin because they're able to see us in that world. But we are in that world, in their dream world, we are monstrous. You understand? So yeah, do some research on the Necronomicon pantheons, because there's some keys in there. You might resonate with the supposed deity, you know, and there's really not that many people who really fuck with that pantheon too much, because they don't understand fully, you know, what's ours and what ain't. You know, and this is more so for the average spiritualist, quote unquote, who doesn't really understand the full grasp of what this shit is. Might not really fuck with that shit. Like, what the fuck is this shit? This shit looks scary, creepy. You know what I'm saying? They won't fuck with it. When indeed that shit is the best shit to fuck with, because number one, ain't that many people pulling energy from those deities, and number two, the more monstrous it looks, the more powerful it is energetically. So you really would want to fuck with that energy and tap into that energy. Period. You understand? So yeah, make sure Necronomicon, fuck with that shit. Get into that shit. Get a PDF of an H.P. Lovecraft book, or buy one off Amazon or whatever, and get tapped in, man. But this show is coming August 16th, 9 p.m. HBO, but again, like I said, you can look that up on one of these free streaming sites, and you can find that show and watch the whole season, you know, by episode, because cable really ain't what it was. Let's be honest, you know what I'm saying? But of course, there's the app as well. But yeah, man, tune in. I know that shit is gonna be deep, man. It's gonna be a whole lot of symbolism. This is a very occult show, and Jordan Peele is actually one of the producers or directors in this. So, you know it's gonna be crazy if Jordan Peele's involved, because Jordan Peele be having some occult shit too, or horror shit. You know, what was the name of the movie? Get Out, with the sunken place, and then you had the Us movie with the clone black family or some shit. Yeah. All the cult films. So definitely, you know what I'm saying? And I think he was supposed to do Candyman, the new one that's coming out, if it didn't come out already. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't be too tapped in with the movies like that, as far as, you know, new shit coming out. But anything with Jordan Peele in it is definitely a cult. Period. You understand? But this is Bear Insomnia. Make sure you subscribe right now. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share the video. And please leave a comment below. And once again, if you want a spiritual consultation, if you want me to build a spiritual outline for you to take you from A to Z on your path, or If you want me to do a dream decoding or decoding of any kind, something going on in your life, you make sure that you message me, rareinsomnia@gmail.com, and you can follow me on Instagram at HDDNWRK. Everything is in the description. Have a great Wednesday, and I will see you guys again real soon. Peace.